Hi there, my name's Mark. Welcome to today's total body workout. You will need a set of dumbbells for best results. So once you've got those, let's get started. We're going to start off with a nice warm up first. So take the feet nice and wide, and then when you're ready, just start to gently move the body side to side. We've got a bit of rotation work for today's workout. And as always, if you've done my workouts before, I always like to start with a few minutes with mobility. And so from here, just relax the arms. Just let them swing forward and back, so one in front of the other. Relax the shoulders, lift the heel up as we twist, and you start to feel that movement and mobility into the body. The arms might just gradually start to swing a little bit bigger. Let's do a couple more. Okay, good job. Come back to the center, and then bring the feet a little bit closer. Just take a few arm swings, so big stretch all the way up. Lengthen out through the body, and so as you reach, feel that stretch down the sides of the body. Good, one more. And then a few alternating knee lifts next. So take a moment, find your balance, lift the knee up, pause, and then switch sides. And so as you lift the knee, ground down through the opposite foot, start to open into the hips, get that length into the back of the legs. So as always, we've got full body workouts, so different exercises for different body parts from week to week, but always thinking about how we get the whole body moving as one complete unit rather than working in isolation. Pause there, take the feet about shoulder width apart, drop down, body weight squat, pause here for a couple of seconds, and then stand all the way up. Let's do that about 7 or 8 times. And so from here, focus on getting the upper legs down parallel to the floor, nice and long into the body as we start to move into those legs and get more open into the hips. Good, let's take one more and then hold the last one at the bottom. Pause here for a couple of seconds with the upper legs roughly parallel to the floor. Find that length into the spine, and then from there, bring the arms forward, make your way into this pike position or downward facing dog. And then as you settle here, just take one heel down, one heel up, get that length into the back of the legs. Switch over to the other side, and we'll do that a couple of times on each leg. Okay, good. And then from there, when you're ready, step one foot out wide to the outside of the hands. This nice long sprinter lunge. Just take a moment here. So you want to feel this length into the body. And then from there, take a twist and a rotation in, big stretch up. Keep the back leg nice and active as you do so. Take the top arm, reach forward, bring both palms down. And then from here, make your way into plank position. You can always take a kneeling plank if you prefer. Switch on through the core. Get that activation, stability into the shoulders. And then from there, lift the hips all the way up. Let's do that again on the other side. So take one heel down, pause for a moment. Switch over to the other side. Good, come back to the center, and then step your other leg forward to the outside of the hands. Find that length into the spine, nice and long through the body. And then from there, when you're ready, take a twist and rotation in, big stretch up. Good, top arm reaches forward. Make your way back into plank position. And then from there, bring the knees down, send the hips back. Get that length into the spine. Relax the forehead down if you can. Keep the toes tucked under. And then from there, just shift forward gently into this little half cobra pose. Lift the chest. I'm going to do that a couple of times. So send the hips back. Good. Bring the weight forward. Open the body. Let's do that one more time. Send the hips back. Good, shift forward into this cobra pose. Perfect. From there, lift the tailbone back into downward facing dog. Slowly start to walk the hands into the feet. Take a couple of breaths here, get that length into the back of the body. Hands on the knees, flat back, neutral spine. And then standing all the way up. Good job. Shake out the arms and legs. So what we're going to do is start off with backward stepping lunge with the alternating twist. So Have a set of dumbbells for a bicep kind of weight. Get that ready. Pause for a moment if you need to. And then when you're ready, let's get started. So I'll put the timer on so we're good to go. And so the first exercise, we're going to start off with body weight. And so take the feet about hip distance apart and then bring both arms up over the head. And so what you do is as you step back, you're going to take the arms over the front knee, alternating sides for 60 seconds. And so start off nice and steady. Slow step backwards, drop the knee down. So as we step back, we get this tiny rotation into the torso. And if you find the rotation's a bit too much, you can always drop the rotation out. But we're going to layer this up over the next 3 rounds. So we'll start the first round just here with body weight. And so as we reach up, put that length into the sides of the back. And so you still want to keep the hips square. So even when we twist, the hips are square and the rotation is through the midsection. You've got 15 seconds to go. Okay, good. All right, grab both dumbbells ready for this bicep combination. So from here, what we're going to do is have a dumbbell in each arm, and then we take a bicep curl into a half press. So lift, elevate the elbows, and then bring the arms back down. You can take the feet together, hip distance, or one leg forward, one leg back, doesn't matter. And so we're working into the biceps and also working into front of the shoulders. And so pause at shoulder height with the dumbbells, and then lift the elbows just to shoulder height. Doesn't need to be much higher than that. Get that pause at the top. 10 seconds to go. Okay, good. Dumbbells out of the way, and then final exercise. Down on the floor for a single leg V-sit. So a little bit different this week. So what you want to do is start from here. Arms overhead, and then just one leg on the first round. So lift up, touch the toes, just the first side. So start on the right or the left, doesn't matter. And so we lift the leg, lift the shoulders. Get this little pause at the top. Okay, good. All right, bring the knees in, have a little stretch into the lower back, and then slowly roll on up to your feet. And then let's make our way into round 2. So you can stay with body weight like we did on round 1 if you prefer, but the first round is more of a warm-up phase to get us moving. And then if you want, grab a dumbbell, hold it end to end. And so from here, what we do is the exact same movement, feet hip distance, hold the dumbbell up overhead, and then as you take a step backwards, you bring the dumbbell across the body on this 45-degree angle. So I'll show you from the front. Step back, dumbbell goes across the body. And so you want to use this strength into the back, this drive through the front leg, and this engagement into the core. Remember, hips stay square. Good, 20 seconds to go. Focus on the balance. Good, last 10 seconds. Perfect, good job. All right, grab both dumbbells now, bicep into the half press. So palms to the front. When you're ready, curl, half press. And so what you'll do is, you should notice that as we move from working lower body, upper body together, into the arms, you get this nice lift and elevation into the heart rate. So we don't need to be jumping around to get a good cardio exercise. It's all about how we make the blood move through the body. "15 seconds. Good, last 10. Remember not to rush through the movement. Get that pause at the top. Good, last one. Okay, perfect. All right, hit the floor. So this time we're going to use the other leg. So it's still a single leg V-sit, but just focusing on the left leg this time. So arms extended overhead. When you're ready, lift the left side. And you might find that one side is a little bit harder or easier than the other. Left's my tight hamstring. So this one's a little bit more of a challenge to keep the legs straight. So you can always bend the knee if you need to. We'll just reach up towards the shin. And so these workouts are designed to challenge you across the 3 rounds. So ideally, the more we go through, good job, the more you get challenged. So take breaks whenever you need to. You don't need to do the whole thing the whole way through. In fact, it's designed that you're not really able to finish everything every single round without having to take a break. All right, up onto your feet. 3rd and final set through. So grab your dumbbell, get yourself set, and let's go. So feet hip distance, arms overhead. When you're ready, let's go. Backward stepping lunge. So push through the front leg as you drive the arms back up. Your last 20 seconds. So you should feel that working to the back and shoulders as well as the legs. Good. All right, grab both dumbbells into this bicep half shoulder press combination. So set the feet whatever's most comfortable for you. Palms facing the front. When you're ready, curl into the half press. Get that pause at the top. Take your time. Good, 20 seconds. Nice, last 10. Feel the heart rate up quite a bit. Okay, good. All right, dumbbells out of the way, hit the floor. And so this time we're gonna alternate. Right leg, left leg, switching sides for 30 seconds to finish off with the V-sit. So arms and legs extended. When you're ready, reach up, swap sides. So aim to get the shoulders up off the floor as high as you can. Last 10 seconds. Good job. Nice work, everyone. Bring the knees in together. A little stretch into the lower back. Grab yourselves a little drink if you need one. And when we're ready, we'll get started. So, second block of work, we're going to hit different body parts. So have the dumbbells. I'll show you the first exercise and then we'll get started. So with the dumbbells, we're going to do this little deadlift, tricep kickback combination. So feet hip distance apart. Start here in bicep curl. Hip hinge. Extend out through the elbows 2 times and then standing all the way back up. Exercise 2 is a renegade row with the dumbbells. I'll show you that when we get there. Exercise 3 is an oblique crunch. So if you need to take a little bit longer of a break, feel free to press pause and then start when you're ready. Otherwise, we'll keep rolling through. So grab the dumbbells. Set the feet about hip distance apart. Start with the dumbbells up at the shoulders, elbows in. And so we extend, do 2 kickbacks, and then we stand up. So as we hinge from the hips, ideally you want to aim to get your upper body pretty much parallel to the floor. And as you extend out through the arms, pause for a moment on each repetition, maintaining that length into the spine, and without shifting up and down through the upper body. So hold the torso in place, and then drive through the legs as we rise up. So you've got this leg strength, you've got core strength, you've got this lower back strength, and then this working to the arms. So it's quite a strong exercise with all those little components working together. Good, 2 more. Perfect. All right, hit the floor, renegade rows. So if you've got 2 dumbbells, perfect. If not, you can just alternate sides. We'll do the first round kneeling. So hands about shoulder width apart, knees underneath the hips, engage the core. And then we'll alternate. Right side row, left side row. And so we'll do the first round just to establish that movement into the core, or the stability into the core, I should say, the movement into the arm, strength into the back. Good, 10 seconds. Okay, good job. All right, dumbbells out to the side, lying face up. We got some oblique work. So from here, what you want to do is lie down face up, bend the knees at 45 degrees. And then take the arms out wide. We're going to do just the right side first. You're going to reach down, touch the ankle, come back to center. Reach down, touch the ankle, come back to center. So it's focusing on just the one side, like we did in the first round V-sit. So lift, reach to the side, come back. Perfect. Nice work. Knees into the chest, release the lower back. When you're ready, up onto your feet, and let's move into round 2. So second round through, we're going to focus on getting that little pause at the top of the movement on that tricep kickback. So feet hip distance, elbows in. When you're ready, let's go. 2 kickbacks, extend out through the arms, rise up. Yeah. So hold the body in place. Get that little pause, and then drive through the heels on the up phase. Let's squeeze into the back of the body, back of the legs. So halfway point, 30 seconds to go. One more. Okay, good job. All right, renegade, so hit the floor. And so if you want to give yourself a bit of a challenge on the second round, which is very challenging, you can do the renegade from the plank position. So take the feet a little bit wider than the shoulders, and then we row, one each side. So you might decide that you do a few up here in the full plank position, and then you drop down to the kneeling plank position, and then you might even jump back up into the full plank position. I'll leave it up to you to decide how you want to do that one, but what you want to do is make sure hips stay square, so as you are in the full plank and you row, just make sure you're not twisting and rotating through the hips. So the most important aspect is that alignment into the body. Good job. All right. Dumbbells out to the side, so this time we do obliques the other way. So arms out wide. When you're ready, reach to the opposite heel. So down the side of the body with a little crunch at the same time. And if you take the arms out even wider, you'll make it harder. Obviously, longer levers. The further you reach away from the body, the harder it gets. Okay, good job. Relax there, knees into the chest. Third and final set through. So you'll notice with each round, intensity picks up, get a bit more activation into the body, heart rate elevates, that's the whole idea. So third round through, we still want to just focus on that pause, and maybe pause for an extra second. So you might hold for 2 or 3 seconds, and that'll focus on that extra isolation into the back of the arms. So starting here, elbows in, kick back, pause, and then stand up. And so I'll let you decide how long you want to pause for at the end of each repetition. So if you really want to focus on getting that burn and that isolation into the triceps, then the longer you pause, the more you're going to make that happen. So I'll let you decide what you want to go for. You got 30 seconds left to do whatever you can. 20 seconds. Last 10. Perfect, good job. All right, whew, hit the floor. Renegades. Take a moment to find that alignment into the body. Choose your option off the knees or the toes. When you're ready, let's go. 45 seconds on. You know the different variations and levels, so it's up to you to decide which one's best for you. Remember, you don't need to do the same level the whole way through. Flip-flop and alternate between those. Do a couple of reps up on the toes, drop back down to the knees, and if you come back and do this workout again, which I hope you do, you can then progress a little bit more each time, and that's how we build strength through repetition. Last 10 seconds. Okay, good. All right, dumbbells out to the side. So we've got alternating obliques. So arms out wide, feet down. When you're ready, crunch to the side, come back to the center, other side. Keep the arms out wide. Couple more. Okay, good job. Whew. Notice that when you alternate sides. Bring the knees in, see a little movement side to side. Just relaxing with the lower back, let the heart rate drop a little bit. Then we're going to finish off with our last 3 exercises. So our first combination actually starts on the floor with a push-up and oblique plank combination. You need to have a set of dumbbells for some side raises, so have those nice and light with a little bodyweight squat option for squat jump in the middle. So if you need a break, grab a slightly longer break, press pause, otherwise when you're ready, let's keep rolling and continue to move. So we're going to start off in push-up position. So hands nice and wide, shoulder width, feet go wide as well. And so you can start the first round doing the push-ups off the knees. We'll do the plank on the toes. So from here, you want to go 1 push-up, up into the plank, knee to the tricep, push up in the middle, up into the plank, knee to the tricep, alternating sides. And so if you've got the strength here and you want to go straight up onto the toes for both exercises, you can. I like to start down on the knees first and then engage into the core as you lift into the plank. And so that transition from the kneeling push-up into the plank, switch on through the quadriceps. And so what it does is it helps you really think about and focus on the way we engage into the body. Last 15 seconds. Good, last one. Good job. All right, up onto your feet. So we'll take 45 seconds into an air squat. So this one, you want to stay body weight and focus on the speed. So from here, feet wide. We get moving into those legs. You can bring the arms through. Just get in as many as you can. 30 seconds to go. If you want to work a bit harder, bring the arms out in front and hold them out there. 20 seconds. Bring the hands to the knees or to the thighs if you need a bit of help. If you start to fatigue, just want to get a nice amount of blood flow into those legs. Last one. Good job. Oh, all right. Shake the legs out. Grab your light dumbbells. Finishing off with a side raise. So set the feet together or one in front of the other. Dumbbells to the front. Lift and hold. And then back down. So like we did for the tricep kickback, similar kind of timing. And across the 3 rounds, we'll increase the length of the hold in the side raise. Good, 10 seconds. Last one. Okay, good job. Whew. Well done. All right, round 1 done. So, dumbbells out to the side. We're going to start round 2. In, push up, knee to elbow for the oblique plank. If you need a quick sip of water, grab that. So if you want to do the whole thing on your toes, you can. Otherwise, alternate kneeling push-up, up into the full plank, knee to elbow, alternating sides. Wide arms. When you're ready, let's go. So whatever variation and option you choose, just focus on that alignment into the spine. On the push-up phase, feel like you want to push the floor away and focus on that engagement into the legs as you move from kneeling plank into full plank, and feel that activation into the core as you do so. So as you lift the knees up and you switch on the legs, you should feel that tightening into the core as you draw the belly in. And so when you can feel those activations in the body, then you know you're doing it right. 15 seconds to go. If you're not feeling anything, then place a bit more of that mind to muscle connection. Be really conscious and think about what you're doing in each one of those movements. Good job. All right, up onto your feet. Shake out the arms and legs. Air squats for 45 seconds. Start the first 15 low impact and then option to take it up if you want to add a bit more of a high impact option. You'll notice this block is on its own really gets the heart rate up as we move from those big plank push-up combinations into the air squats. All right, so feel free to stay low impact if you want. Otherwise, start to add that little bit of a jump. So what I like to do is use the arms to lift. So drop down and then push with the arms. Good job. All right. Whew. Check out the arms and legs. I don't love a lot of high impact stuff. It's too much on my joints, but you can decide what you like. And personally, I don't feel you need a lot of high impact stuff to get the results. Side raise, lift, pause, and then release. You definitely don't need high impact to get the heart rate up and work the cardiovascular system, that's for sure. Alternating body parts is working the cardio system, shunting blood from one limb to the next, or lower body to upper body. Good job. All right, dumbbells out to the side. So guess what? Third and final set for the whole workout. So almost there. 30-second breather. Make your way back down to the mat, and then we're going to take our third and final set through. So, we ready to go? Catch your breath. Choose your option, knees or toes. Starting off strong. When you're ready, let's go. One push up, knee to elbow. Take your time with it. Remember, it's not about speed. There's absolutely no need to rush. Then with exercises and combinations like this, it's actually harder when you slow everything down. So when you focus more and you've got precise, activated movements, you'll feel everything engage and you'll work a lot harder than when you're just rushing from one position to the next and you lose that switching on of the body. You've got 20 seconds to go. Last 5 seconds. Okay, good. All right, up onto your feet. Squats to start with. If you want to add a little jump, maybe you want to feel like you're pushing the floor away from you. Use the arms and the legs together. Start off with the air squat first. Get the arms moving with the legs. And then for the next 30 seconds, if you want, use the arms, push. Land light into the legs, drive through the arms, get that propulsion into the body. 15 seconds to go. 5 seconds. Whew, good job. Shake out the legs. We'll bring the blood back to the upper body. Side raises. 3-second pause at the top. So when you're ready, lift and hold and release. Good job. Lift, hold, 15 seconds. Good, almost there. Last one. Lift and hold. Perfect, good job. Dumbbells out to the side. Woo. Shake off the arms and legs. Take the feet wide again like we did at the very start. And then let's come back. This little rotation side to side. Let the arms hang heavy. One to the front, one to the back. Relax into the shoulders and the arms. Let's let the body move. Relaxed. Good job. Come back to the center. Shake off the arms and legs. Loosen up a little bit. Let's just do a little standing quadricep stretch on each side. And so if you do need to or have the time and want to stretch a little bit further, you know, plenty of short yoga flows or mobility stretch sequences as well, which are nice to tack on to the end of this if you've got the time to add a bit extra onto the workout. Shake off the arms and legs, loosen up. Awesome work, everyone. As always, thanks for joining. Any questions, feel free to reach out on Instagram, and I look forward to training with you soon. Thank you.